Intentional habits. There's so many places I wanted to take habits, like bad habits, horrible habits, disgusting habits, but staying with the theme of being intentional. I think I'll stay on that track because otherwise it could go off in a place maybe I'd probably get into trouble for it. So I believe habits are what you most consistently do. And that's what you do on a daily basis that defines you and determines whether you'll actually succeed or whether you'll fail. And good habits will strengthen you and embolden you, while bad habits can weaken and destroy you. Either way, I believe you're shaping yourself. So, welcome to Morning Mindset. If this is the first time you've joined me. This is the third week of our 5-week series on living life by your design rather than existing by default. And this week is all about living intentionally, which is why I couldn't go off where I wanted to on habits. And today is about creating intentional habits. So, what are intentional habits? Intentional habits are or can be seen as good, healthy, and productive behaviors that are essential for any level of happiness and success. But the hardest part about all of that is creating intentional habits. It takes a lot of resolve, it takes focus, and that good old-fashioned thing called hard work. And so if you want to get to that point where the level of commitment keeps you at your best because you're always creating, you'd need to put the effort in. And you can either create good habits because you're creating anyway, and so they properly represent who you are, how you want to live your life, and who you want to show up as, all right? Or you can allow your bad habits and behavior to define you in such a way that they don't serve you at all. And there you just end up wasting time, getting nowhere, drifting through life, and we all know people like that, and feeling like a failure. And I believe it's a choice. So, and every single one of us has good habits and bad habits, and that can impact on a daily basis how we do this thing called life. So the effect of which will either move us closer to what we want out of life, to our goals and our dreams, or it could just lead us further away. And it depends on what we do on a daily basis, like I said. I'm going to bang on the drum about that because I believe, as I said, you are what you most consistently do, and which is why we need to be intentional. We need to be strategic, and when deciding what goals we want to set. And the magic formula to achieving any of those is to practice being intentional and strategic and reinforcing only the good habits. And as soon as you find you've got the bad ones, you eliminate those ones and get those puppies out of there. So if you're willing to commit and do whatever it takes to break down them, you can really enjoy being creative and making your life yours, not living somebody else's standard and morals. So you need to have a process too to review your week. So when you set your goals, you also need to have a process to keep you on track, so you know what's working well and what isn't. And you get into the habit of going, did I do today what I said I was going to do? Because when you review your week like that and your day like that, it gives you this opportunity to make any changes and tweak it, rather than carry on flogging a dead horse and working, when it's not even working out right. And that's another reason to be strategic, things that have to be done every week in a certain order to be effective. So what needs to be done? Just like what needs to get done every week for your month to be effective, and what needs to be done every month for your year to be effective. And if you're constantly reviewing and looking at that, you'll actually create what you want rather than get sucked off and 5 years later think, whoa, what did I do for the last few years, all right? And I want you to think about this for a moment. If everything you have in your life right now is the sum total of your beliefs and your behaviors, what do you have? What is your life showing you? What does it tell you that you believe? And what's the impact of that, of those beliefs and behaviors that you have? For example, who are you, really? Do you always do what you say you're going to do? So you're a person of your word. Are you meticulous with thinking things through and you do things thoroughly? And where and how do you waste time? There's so many questions that you need to be asking yourself, not just getting up, going through the motions every day like a robot. You're not a robot. But possibly a bigger question then is how positive is your mindset? I'm always banging on the drum about being MindFit because we can be negative and get off track. But how positive is your mindset? And it's not about being, oh yeah, happy, happy, joy, joy. It's about being real. Because being MindFit will keep your inner dialogue going in the right direction. You'll have a logical approach to things. I'm super logical and things don't make sense to me. That drives me crazy. But if your inner dialogue's negative by default, you're going to struggle. And there are many people whose mindset is negative by default. They're not MindFit. They're not intentional, and they're not strategic. And if anything, all they do is see everything as half empty instead of half full. They expect the worst, and they think only of all the reasons why something can't happen or won't work. And that's when having a positive mindset, and I call that being MindFit, as you say, can be a massive advantage. Yeah. So when working with my clients, actually, I ask them to monitor their self-talk, especially in times of stress when they're tired or under pressure. And I get them to ask their family and friends what frequent words and statements they use to. Because many people don't even realize they have a habit of talking negative to themselves. And that comes out like I used to be when I was doing computers and I couldn't get something. I think, oh my God, why am I so stupid? Why can't I get this? But it wasn't about being stupid and not getting it. It wasn't my thing. And it was something I had to learn. So words have consequences. So it's smart to keep your thoughts positive and your mind fit. So have you ever taken the time then to notice when you're under pressure what your positive self-talk is, and if it's supportive and positive, or is it pessimistic and defeating? And you need to take the time to notice any negative behaviors that sabotage you the most. So I want you to think about those things, because one of the biggest bad habits I've seen on a daily basis, and I'm putting myself in this bracket because I was there for a while, is working non-stop. And I was only having a conversation with my mentor about this about 20 minutes ago. So I used to go in the office at 4:30 and I'd still be there at 10 o'clock. But then I got intentional in my life, and I created strategies and goals that developed a step-by-step plan and to keep me on track. So you have to have something to keep you on track. You have to have structure. And so it included in my plan were my non-negotiables, and my non-negotiables are with my morning hours from 4:30 to 9, where I meditate, I do my self-hypnosis, I go to the gym or I go for a run, and then I can start my work day around 10 o'clock, and it doesn't matter what happens. I've already done the top 3 things on my what makes me happy list, right? You need to have what makes me happy list too. All right, it's like a bucket list, right? So what are the things on the list the things that are on my what makes me happy list are things I want to do, right? Not the things I feel I should do. That's a different list, all right? And there's a big difference. So I also give myself idle time too, to do absolutely nothing. And I've only just started doing that, and it's kind of cool. Everyone needs downtime, all right? Everyone needs to take regular breaks because it allows you to recharge mentally, emotionally, and physically. And which means then you get to feel a bit more energized, and that will equate to being more productive. Oh, alternatively, you can do nothing at all with your negative self-talk and habits. Forget about getting your mind fit and just continue drifting through life like a ship in the ocean that has no steering. It's entirely your choice. But I'll leave you with something I read a while ago. If you practice bad habits, you will feed your character's weakness. But if you practice good habits, you feed your character's strengths. And in my mind, either way, you're getting stronger. And that's it for me today. No anagram today. Tomorrow we're going to be talking about creating an intentional plan B. I have my thoughts on that. As always, I want to thank you for being with me. I truly appreciate your time, and I'm super grateful. If you found this helpful, motivating, I would love you to leave some feedback in any of the groups where you find me and social media. And you can help others change their lives for the better too by sharing these mini trainings with the people that you think may benefit. And if you want to keep up to date with the latest trainings, be sure to join my online community and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And my greatest wish, as always, is for you to be MindFit. For you to be MindFit so you can live your best life and live it with passion. Remember to always reset, be authentic, and be you. And I've caught sight of comments, so this is probably the best part of my day. Who has joined me today? Come on in. I like a game show host. Good morning. Good morning, high-tech mother. I love that you're always here. I am told all my habits are a spoiled child. Oh, Trisha, yay, you made it. Hello. How are you, Miss White? I am told all my habits are of a bad, spoiled child. Oh, that's a good thing sometimes, Miss High-tech mother. And Mark Sullivan says, great info. Thank you. Thank you, Mark Sullivan. Parker says, oh, habits is a big one. It sure is. They define us. They really do. And August, thank you for being here. Habits pretty much define who we are as a person. 100%. It's what you do every day that shows people who you are, what you believe in, what your morals are. And High-tech Mother says, I am working each day to improve my habits. Me too. It's the best thing. High-tech Mother, can we please not do the hard work? No, that's a habit. Sebastian says, my habits give me structure. 100%. I can't operate without one. And I don't think I can operate without either. And intentional structured habits, 100%. Yeah. Mark Sullivan says, watching this every day is a good habit. I like that, Mark Sullivan. He's just got brownie points. Sebastian says, this entire week is so aligned with my values. I love this training. Thank you, Sebastian. I appreciate that. And unlearn to rebuild. Unlearning old habits is hard, but it's so worth the effort. It sure is. RK says that. Thank you, RK. Hi Check Mother says, there are some simple but powerful questions. We run away from answering them because we fear what is on this other side of comfort. And yet, on the other side of comfort is growth. So if you can use adversity properly, you can actually grow from that adversity. And Parker says, my self-talk is literally my power. It is. And the best way to find out how you're sabotaging yourself, Parker, is listen to yourself. Like, what words do you say on a regular basis when you get tired, when you're stressed, when you're cranky about something, when it's not going the right way? That's where a lot of information lies. And August says, I'm going to be thinking about this for sure. Yeah. Thank you, August. Hi, Chick Mother. I also woke up at 4 a.m., but for you at 1:30 a.m. for 10 minutes. Oh, I truly appreciate you. Sebastian says, downtime is crucial. 100%. I'm holding you accountable to that. Darn, it's on my list. Just White, hello again. Thank you, Mark Sullivan. Great info. Beautiful. I think that's it for our comments. Thank you. Everybody have a fantastic Thursday. And